What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Well, it has been a fun 3 days, has it not? Look at the last 3 days. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty sure Bitcoin made me pregnant. Absolutely crazy, guys. Crazy. And we're just getting started, guys. This I think, is the start of the final phase of the bull run that ends in Q4 of this year, right? Now, does that mean that there's not going to be any kind of red days? It's just going to be green days every day till December? No, it's not what that means at all, right? There will be corrections over the next 5 months, as you guys need to be ready for, right? And I know that there's a handful of people out there that are only listening to the words they want to hear me say, and they're not listening to me say the rest, right? So I'll say it again for the people in the back. There will be red days, right? And I know. Still, when our first red day, I'll get a message from someone saying, I thought you said we were going straight up, man. But hey, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't, right? All we can do is enjoy the ride, guys. Enjoy the ride. Things are fun right now, guys, right? I love doing streams when things are fun like this. Absolutely. Let's get it. We got some super chats to get started here. What's going on? Jake the Snake, the King of Ohio, is present. My dude. There she is. Gamma Goddess in the house. Bitcoin is on fire. On fire. Let's get this green. Let's go, baby. Go fast. What's going on, man? Glad I could make it into one of your lives. Again, just love, bro. Hey, thank you so much. It's awesome to have you here, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, my friend. Thank you. Strawberry Dragons. Little tip from the awesome swing trade that we did. We did a swing trade last night over on the Patreon, guys. I like being a swinger and getting paid for it. There you go. Me too. Jared, green days are the best because We prepped all through the red days for them. Happy Friday, crypto fam. Yes, absolutely. All of the people who were DCAing through all the red and the FUD and right? They're all having fun today. The only people who are salty today are the people who are being rude and negative and toxic in the comments, and they weren't buying anything because they were falling for the misinformation that we were going into a bear market. They're all pissed off today, right? And all I can say is use it as a learning lesson, man. Be better, right? Jake the Snake, let's light this candle. Hell yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, we are caught up in the super chats. Let's get into the chat a little bit and see what everybody's talking about, shall we? We got some stuff to cover today, guys. Big exciting month this month, guys. Look, we're already running. We got crypto week next week. A lot of speculation. Is crypto week going to be a nothing burger, or is it going to be the catalyst that pushes us further, followed by the Fed potential surprise rate cut at the end of the month that is not priced in? This could be the perfect storm, my friends. This could be the perfect storm, right? This leg up, followed next week by the crypto week. We get 3 bills passed, potentially sending the market even higher, followed by a surprise rate cut on the 30th. And then August, September is Moonshot City, my friends. Absolutely spectacular. This is it, guys. This is what you have been waiting for. This is what you've been DCAing for and you know, rolling your eyes and grunting and tutting and sighing to yourself under your breath for months and months and years. Here we are, guys, at the precipice of it all. Congratulations to everybody who stayed the path, stayed consistent, and stayed patient. Things are about to pay off for you, my friends. Things are about to pay off for you in a big, big way. So congratulations, right? To everybody who didn't. Like I said, we have another 4-year cycle coming up. Starting next year, we'll be in a bear market. Next time, do better, learn from your mistakes, and you'll succeed. Jake the Snake says, prepare yourselves for pumpage. That's what he said. Quentin, I will sleep during the bear market, I guess. Yes, exactly. Paul, good to see you, my friend. H. Barberina's in the house. Jake the Snake says, Gamma, XCN pump is going to be PHAT. Pretty hot and tempting. Absolutely. Go time. What's up, buddy? Don't forget to hit the likes on the way in. It says go time. Absolutely. House says silver. Oh, my maples are $39. We're gonna have a look at some of the other stuff. We're gonna have a look at gold and silver. We're gonna have a look at the S&P 500. We're gonna have a look at Bitcoin dominance. We're gonna look at the Russell. We're gonna look at the M2. We're gonna look at all of that and more, guys. It's gonna be a good time. Is it weird that I define that as a good time? You know you're old when. William, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Chris says, what's up, Rob? You hot knife through butter, baby. Let's get it. I'm ready for alt season. Thanks for all you do in the Patreon, my friend. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. Costs you absolutely nothing. It costs you nothing, right? So yeah, go ahead and smash it there for me. Smash it for me. What do we have here, guys? Right now, we have almost 200 people watching, and we have 60 likes. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get it going here. Let's light this candle, right? What else do we have? Jake the Snake, that swing still has more to go. Yes, that swing trade, guys. As I said, we did a swing trade on the Patreon last night. There's still more to go on that swing. So it's not too late to get in on it, guys, but you got to be a Patreon member. So Kizza, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Rob, hope all is well. I'm so ready for the latter stages of the Q3, beginning of Q4. We will probably drop again, but only to a higher high. Yes, we're going to go back as well, guys, on the Bitcoin chart, and we're going to look at the 2017 and the 2021 cycles, because I want to show you, I really want to pound it in people's heads, because people need to understand that we're starting the phase, the final phase of the bull run. It's going to last about 5 months, in my opinion, right? But there's going to be corrections, and people need to understand that. And I got to pound it in your heads, because there is going to be people, the minute we have a red candle, are going to freak out, right? And they're going to say, I thought you said it was up only. So we're going to pound it in your heads today, guys, right? I just like to punch my hand and say pound it too, right? Crypto member for 15 months. Wow, you've been with me a long time, man. Can you check out Turbo? I'm waiting to break even to reallocate those funds. I need to be back around a penny. Yes, I will. Ask me in the latter stages of the ask me in the latter stages of the live stream, because I got a lot of stuff I got to get through. I want to get through, like I said, the Russell and the M2, and I got to get into Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to go through all those charts first. Plus, I have to go back in history on Bitcoin's chart. So after I do all of that, then ask me, and I'll pull up some altcoin requests. Andy, holy smokes, my friend, dropping that alpha on me. You called it, Rob. Appreciate the highest appreciation of the highest order. Beat that lady. Beat that lady's exchange rate, 405. Oh, that's a shot across the bow of Ramona right there. Ramona was the record holder, but Andy just nuked it with $405. Oh man. What do we got? Ramona, though, cannot be silenced. She says, so thankful. Ramona, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Guys, I appreciate you all so much. I want to say that I'm so proud of this whole community for sticking with it and staying consistent and just believing when there was no reason to, right? And now you guys are about to see, the fruits of that labor over the next 5 months. And Andy, I also have to say, man, your captain hat last night was super fantastic. Yeah, I caught that, buddy. I caught it, brother. That was awesome, my friend. That was awesome. Thank you guys so much. I cannot express my gratitude enough. So ask me about, if you guys have altcoin requests, like I said, ask me after I get through all of the other charts, and we'll get that done for you guys, okay? I like having music on the 15 minute countdown. Yeah, absolutely. It's better than just silence, right? I gotta actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit, because normally I turn it down so it's not distracting. So it's still on, but it's down now. So for those that didn't like it. Yeah, Magada says, happy Friday, fam. Absolutely. Everyone's vibing. It says easy to the Friday rhythms. Yes, guys. Also, open mic night on the Patreon tonight, guys. And also, Ramona, let me know if you're good for tomorrow or not for hosting Saturday's open mic night. So yeah, let me know, because that would be awesome. Because I got to take my little guy to go see how to train your pet dragon in the theater. He wants to go see that. So anyway, Leo, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you have an amazing day. JD Beats, I don't get it, Rob. I've been trying to send you a super for 2 days now to show my appreciation, and I get to the error on mobile browser. Either way, I appreciate you, sir. Do you have a VPN turned on? That might be the reason, because other people are not having an issue. So maybe you have your VPN on or something like that. I don't know. That could be a reason. Kizna sounds like a psychedelic lift. There you go. Good get out, JD Beats, for being tight. Jake the Snake says, hug your local bears. They aren't going to be okay for the next few months. Yeah. Yes, they're going to be crying. They're going to be crying and biting pillows, my friend. Crying and biting those pillows. Lord of the Realm, been with me for 16 months. Wow, time is going by, eh? Congrats to all the true believers. Thank you, Rob, and this amazing community. Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Time is just flying, guys. 15 months. Wow. Music is loud. Yes, I turned it down. Sorry, I forgot to turn it down when I came on. Easy says, music's pumping loud right now. Rob's going to pop scare. Good afternoon, Rob. Crypto, you are my hero. Thank you for guiding us. I wouldn't have made it without you. Hey, absolutely no problem, man. No problem whatsoever. We're fam. We fam. Ramona says, I'd actually like to change it to Sunday this week only. I wouldn't be able to start until 11:30 tomorrow. That's cool. Yeah. Whenever it suits your schedule, you're doing it as a favor to us, right? So, I mean, no problem whatsoever, right? No problem whatsoever. We'll just switch it to Sunday. No big deal. Thank you. I appreciate you, Ramona. Thank you so much. What do we got? Cherokee Kid, thank you so much for the swing trade yesterday. I cleared over $600 profit. You're the man. I've been DCAing in for a while now to fixing. Made that cheddar. There you go. Yeah, that's what we do, baby. We make those swing trades and we make that extra dry powder so we can DCA into our favorite coins, right? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let me skip ahead a little bit here. I got to skip ahead, guys, because I got to get it. We have a lot to cover today, so I'm not ignoring you in the chat. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get to everything. Overcome, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Nick Burns, you're the man, Rob. Do you still think Moonwell will reach the price? Yes, I do. Yes, Moonwell's going to do fantastic, my friend. Fantastic. No doubt at all. All right, so I wanted to do a couple of things here, guys. The first thing is I wanted to go back to the last cycles, right? Because, again, like I said, there's going to be people who, I'm telling you right now, this is kind of the start, right? The start of the final leg of this bull run. It's going to last about 5 months. However, over that 5-month span, there's going to be corrections, okay? So we're doing this to show you guys. Okay, so here we are. This is the start of the bull run. Then we had our summer dump, and then we had, this is the blow off top. This is the peak of the last cycle, 2021. Okay, over here. So let's go have a look. So as we worked our way up, what did we have, right? Again, I know I've showed you guys this before, but we got to look at it again, right? Over the course of what? Over the course of 12 days. We had a 25% correction right here, okay? Over the course of 12 days, just under 2 weeks. 25% correction. Then, boom, we ran up violently to the upside again. Look at that, boom. We ran up after that another 88.89%. Let's call it 89%, right? And then what happened? Then we had another correction, right? Another correction over the course of 6 days, about a week, of 22%, right? And then what happened? We rallied again immediately after. Over the course of 12 more days, another 35.78% to the upside, right? Then what did we do? We corrected again. Another 16.81% correction, okay? Now, while I'm showing you these corrections in the last cycle, okay, understand, guys, that every single time one of these corrections happened, you had people on YouTube and on X and everything like that saying that the market cycle was over, that we topped, that the bull run was done, every single time, okay? Every time. Just like this cycle, right? Every time we see a correction, what do you see? Even if we only see like a 8% correction, let alone like a 25% correction. We see like an 8% correction. What do you see? You start seeing channels, all these bigger channels start saying the bull run's over and stuff. And then as soon as we start going parabolic like we are now, they start saying super cycle 2026, right? So you can't listen to those people, guys. They don't care whether you succeed or not, right? They're just telling people whatever the general consensus is, whatever the sentiment is in the market. They're making videos based on that sentiment because it gets clicks, right? They're not telling you the truth, okay? That's why I'm breaking this down for you now. Just understand that we are in the phase, we're in the next phase, the final phase. The next 5 months is going to be in a general upward trajectory. However, there are going to be corrections upwards of 20 to 25% as we go, right? That's what holding your dry powder is for. So just remember that, okay? And I'm trying my best to just pound it into your heads because, again, like I said before, so many people, as soon as we see a red day, are going to freak the F out, right? So just please listen to every word I'm saying, not just part of what I'm saying. Listen to everything I'm saying. Don't just listen to the part where I say the next 5 months, we're going to go, this is the final leg, we're going to go up, 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 up. Don't just listen to that. Listen to the other half of what I'm saying too. There will be corrections as high as 20 to 25% along the way, right? That's what your dry powder is for. So please register everything that I just said, right? JD Beats, yep, VPN. Hey, absolutely, brother, absolutely. I only knew that because somebody else told me. I think Matt told me the other day that it was Matt or Jared told me the other day that they were trying to send one and they couldn't because they figured out that their VPN was on. So thank you so much, my friend, for supporting the channel. You guys, absolutely, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. Just put a 10K super chat, but it stopped working. Sure you did. 10K. Could you imagine a 10K super chat? That would be like ridiculous, man. So yes, guys. So please, like I said before, understand that there will be corrections along the way, right? There absolutely will be, and that's fine. Be ready. Okay? I'm going to be talking later today on the Patreon about how to be ready for corrections as we go here. So, I mean, if you need help navigating these next 5 months, guys, get over there because I'm going to be breaking it down for everybody over on the Patreon, giving them a plan today on how to handle things and what to do as we go here. Okay, so Beebs, what's up, buddy? John 316, blessings, my friend. Beebs says you are correct, Rob. Too many crypto influencers are now preaching super cycle in 2026. I block those people out. Yeah, you have to because they don't care, right? They don't care. They know when to sell, so they sell, and they tell their subscribers and all of their members to just hold because it's going to go higher. They don't care if you get. They care about your clicks. They don't care if you make money, right? So just be careful, man. Kiza says, Andy, 10K super chat incoming in 4 months. I don't even know if you're allowed to send a 10K super chat. I'm pretty sure it's got to be capped. It's got to be, right? Elizabeth, hey Rob, what time will you be live today on the Patreon? Today, what day is it today? It's Friday, 9:30 p.m. Central. I will be live on there 9:30 p.m. Central, and then it segues into open mic Friday nights. So yeah, that'll start about 9:30 p.m. Crypto booming. Hey Rob, I heard you miss me. Of course. Listen to Rob and join the Patreon, guys. Do not forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Game says not true. I just put 10K. No, not true. I just put 10K, but of course it would stop working. Matt dropping some in there. That was me that mentioned the VPN. Yes, I figured it. I figured it was you. Also resubscribed to both Blueprint and Crypto Future. YouTube unsubscribed you? That's greasy, man. That's greasy. Wow. Thank you so much, Matt, for double checking and resubscribing. I appreciate you, brother. Always supporting me, man. Always supporting me. Kiza, I will send you a super chat when I'm wealthy, Rob. Well, that's going to be in the next 5 months, brother. That's gonna. Taylor. Harry Boathill says hello. Harry Boathill. Hello, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. Only rich right now. Nice. Kevin, you're the only voice worth listening to when it is time to sell. Thanks for that. Hey, no problem. Wise Mind, what's up, man? I'm new here and sold my crypto. You lie. Ted DiBiase incoming. Caesar says 25-cent XCN in his latest video. That would be insane. That would be. But you know what? I've often said that I always say XCN is likely going to break through its previous all-time high of 18 cents. So to say that 25 cents isn't a stretch, it's not that much higher than its all-time high, right? So yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go over and look at the M2. Let's look at the M2. Let's look at the gold and silver. Let's look at the Russell. Russell's got to be going nuts. I haven't looked at any of this stuff. It's all going to be a surprise to me in real time here, guys. So let's go have a look. Okay. Look at Bitcoin. Look at that M2. Look at that correlation, man. Holy smokes. That's beautiful. M2 still kind of sideways, right? Still kind of sideways. Holding support right here. See if it makes another leg up. Well, if it stays consistent the way that it is right now, then if this is the peak, it would be October 8th would be the peak for the M2. That would be where, if the correlation stays correlated, which, I mean, 80% of the time, right? That would be roughly where the market is going to peak. And that looks like it's going to be around $130,000. I think we're going higher than that. 150 to 180 is kind of where I'm going. But here's the thing, guys. It wouldn't shock me at all if 130,000 was like the top for Bitcoin. That wouldn't shock me, right? So many people are calling for like 200,000, 300,000, 500,000. If we only hit 130 and that was the top for Bitcoin, and then it was just, and then altcoins just ran, that wouldn't shock me at all. And I know that from where we are right now, that sounds like bearish sentiment, but it's really, really not, okay? Because I said this before, the bottom of the bear market, guys, was $15,000, okay? Not most of us, but me personally, I was buying back at $15,000, both Bitcoin and altcoins like crazy, right? So when you look at it for the full cycle and you say 15,000 was the bottom of the bear market for Bitcoin and 130 is the top, that's a good return, man. That's a $115,000 return per Bitcoin, right? So it's not bearish when you zoom out, right? It's only bearish for people who just started getting into crypto, or not really crypto, because altcoins haven't. Here's the beauty of what I'm saying to you, okay? Here's the good thing, the silver lining in what I'm saying to you, okay? If Bitcoin tops at $130,000, let's just say it does, okay? That's not bearish for altcoins at all, because altcoins haven't even had a little bit of a sniff at a real run yet. It's all been Bitcoin pretty much this whole time, this whole cycle. So when altcoins go, they're gonna go, right? So if you're just in altcoins mostly, you're still set up beautifully, even if Bitcoin only tops at 130,000, right? I'm not saying for sure it's going to. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me at all if that was the top for Bitcoin, right? Just like last cycle, guys, everyone was calling for $100,000 Bitcoins, this massive psychological level in 2021. We only hit about $69,000, and that was it, man, right? It was very, very, for a lot of people, it was very underwhelming. But the bottom of that bear market, right? What was the bottom of that bear market? Let's have a look. The bottom was around $3,000, right? So $3,000 to $69,000. That's a pretty good return, right? Despite the fact that everyone was calling for 100,000, right? So to say 15,000 to 130,000, that's about on par with the returns for Bitcoin from 2021, going from 3,000 to 69,000, right? A lot of people over project where the price is going to go, and I think a lot of it is recency bias, right? So they don't zoom out, most of these content creators and these TA people, and they start talking about $500,000 Bitcoin and stuff like that, and it's not the case, right? So for me, just to do a follow-up answer before I even get asked the question, if Bitcoin tops at $130,000, right? Let's say that's the top. And listen, make no mistake about it, Bitcoin will go into a bear market. Everything will. The ISO coins will. The ISO 20022 coins, Bitcoin, everything's going to go into a bear market, guys. Don't be fooled by these people telling you otherwise, right? So if Bitcoin goes to $130,000, let's say it falls about 70%, you'll have, my guess is you're going to have about a $40,000 to $50,000 Bitcoin at the bottom, right? So for me, that's where I'll probably start, mass accumulating more Bitcoin. That's going to probably take about 11 or 12 months to fall down that far, though. So, all right, what do we got? Jake the Snake, 80% of the time, the correlation works 100% of the time. Exactly. Ray, I'm getting in the habit of watching your channel. I like how you break everything down. You will start to see more of me. Hey, man, absolutely awesome. Love to have you here, Ray. Welcome to the family, my friend. Yeah, it's a Go Time said the same thing. Welcome to the family, man. Ari, would BTC topping at 130 have an effect on how high alts go? You just answered my question. Thanks. Kiza, if I haven't found Rob's XCN videos back in December, January, I would be lost and probably out of pocket by now. This guy leads the way with his research. Absolutely sensational. Thank you, Kiza. I appreciate you, brother. Boomin, when alts begin going hard, what happens to BTC? Does it keep going up too? Yes, it generally does. If we go over and look at Bitcoin dominance, I will show you. So what happens when altcoins start to run, like it's already starting to happen. Let me get rid of the M2 here. It's already starting to happen. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance is dumping today, right? As altcoins are climbing. So what happens here is, and I know it sounds contrarian, but it's not, okay? So Bitcoin dominance starts to fall. The total 2 starts to rise, which I'll show you right now, okay? Just to kind of narrative this. So total 2, which is the altcoin market cap. So Bitcoin dominance is going down. Look at the total 2, which is the altcoin market cap, is surging to the upside, breaking out of this bull flag to the upside here, right? As you can see, broke above the 200-day, and we're off and running. So what happens is Bitcoin dominant. There's a misconception that when Bitcoin dominance starts to go down, Bitcoin's price starts to go down, and that's not the case. Bitcoin's price continues to climb. As I just showed you, I mean, we're watching Bitcoin's price climb, and I just showed you Bitcoin dominance is crashing, right? And the reason for that misconception is because people think that Bitcoin dominance and altcoin dominance, like they think that means that when Bitcoin dominance goes down, Bitcoin's price goes down, and that all the money is leaving Bitcoin and going into the altcoins. That's not the case, right? When Bitcoin dominance goes down, what that means is that altcoins are starting to outperform Bitcoin's price action. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's price is going down. Bitcoin's price is still going up. However, altcoins are going up at a faster pace. That's why Bitcoin dominance goes down, right? So just a little bit of clarification, teaching moment there. When Bitcoin dominance goes down, it doesn't mean Bitcoin's price goes down. Okay. So yeah, so there's that. Hopefully that kind of answers your question. Boomin, yes. So the answer is yes. Bitcoin's price still keeps going up, even though Bitcoin dominance goes down, and altcoins begin going hard. So yeah. What do we got here? Another super chat. A crowded world. Thank you so much. Acknowledge me. My brother from another mother. Tell me, Rob, and this is the last time I'm asking this. Zebek, how much realistically will it reach in this cycle? Well, I hope it's not the last time you ask me, man. Honestly, like I keep saying, I do think 8 to 10 cents is on the table for Zebek. I really, really do, right? I think the next leg up is going to be pretty violent for Zebek. Once we break that penny, guys, it's going to be open season, right? And listen, I know from where it is right now, 2037, it seems like a stretch, but How fast did we watch Onyx coin go from 2012 to 2 to 3 cents, right? That happened in like a month, like 4 weeks, right? It went up. That's how fast it can happen, right? So if you don't think that that can happen for ZBIC, I got a bridge to nowhere that I'll sell you, right? So, so yes. And thank you so much for supporting me, man. It's always greatly, greatly appreciated, guys. It really is. Where were we here? Where were we here? What do we got? AFCT, Rob, what do you think one Bitcoin will be at the bottom? I already said that. I already answered that. About $40,000 to $50,000 will be the bottom for Bitcoin, roughly. That's Bitcoin dropping about between 60 to 70% from its high, right? Most altcoins will drop around 90 to 95%. Some altcoins will drop 99%. Jared, Rob, sometimes you just have to say there's nothing to it. Gangster rap made me do it. There you go, man. Beats, my friend is a BTC maxi and he thinks it's different this time. All Bitcoin maxis think it's different this time. They thought it was different last time too. And guess what? It wasn't different last time, right? Kizza, if that's the case, Rob, I'm buying 5 BTC. Yes, right? Right? Exactly, man. That's what we're going to do in the bottom of the bear market, man. We're going to structure a portfolio, and you just hit the nail on the head. That's where we're starting, brother. That's where we're starting. Jake the Steak says, JD Beats, your friend sounds like his hands are diamonds and holds to the bear market. Nick, market is green. Great birthday gift. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, man. Ari, I'm nervous and excited. Don't know what to expect. Glad I'm part of the Patreon. Yeah, if you don't know what to expect, that's exactly it, right? You got to be a member. Like, you'll be okay, Ari, because you're over on the Patreon. You'll definitely be okay. We'll take care of you over there. We're gonna make sure that everybody is, everybody has their exit plan. We're gonna be live every day, helping everybody exit the markets. No questions asked. It's gonna be easy breezy, lemon squeezy for you. Don't worry about that. Kizza, nothing wrong with BTC Maxi. You will still be rich. Yeah. Here's the thing. I love Bitcoin. Love Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin. I'll never sell my Bitcoin, okay? But here's the thing. Bitcoin Maxis, I don't like Maxis because it's not that they love Bitcoin. It's that they try to convince everybody else to not do what they did 15 years ago, right? Because what Bitcoin Maxis did in the beginning, when they bought Bitcoin in the early days, what they did was they took a chance on a coin that was basically a shit coin at the end of the day. That's all it was back then. It was nobody gave a crap about the utility of Bitcoin. It wasn't a hedge against inflation. It wasn't a store of value. It was nothing, right? It was a fraction of a penny, or it was $1 or whatever, and it was a joke. People laughed about it. You guys all know. I don't have to explain that part to you. So they bought it. They took a chance on this small micro cap coin that they had conviction in, right? At the end of the day. And it paid off massively. So now what they're trying to do is tell you that it's a bad idea for you to invest your money into a small cap coin that you believe in. Instead, which is exactly what they did to get rich. Instead, you should just buy the coin that they hold, pumping their bags. When your return on investment for Bitcoin, you might 3 or 4x your money per cycle if you're lucky. Not even 4, you'll probably 3x your money per cycle, right? So if you have $5,000, they're going to tell you, put it into Bitcoin. You can 3x your $5,000, or right, you can find a coin you believe in and invest that way, right? Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be accumulating Bitcoin. Absolutely, I believe everybody should. Not financial advice, but should you put all of your money into it, especially if you have a very, very limited portfolio to start with? Of course not. Your ROI is going to be garbage, right? You're not in crypto for 4 years to turn $5,000 into $15,000, right? You're here to turn $5,000 into $50,000, and then $50,000 into, $1 million, right? So that's my problem with Bitcoin Maxis. They did all those years ago exactly what they're telling you not to do, right? And I don't agree with that. They're trying to limit everybody else's ability to make life-changing wealth to pump their bags. Angelo, anyone feel like Jasmine Miria Zebek XCN will moon sooner than we think? 100%. Volks, good to see you, buddy. Leo, thanks. I learned something new today. No problem, man. Boomin, thank you, Rob. No problem, Boomin. Hopefully we see you back soon. Market looking like it got the CPR to the chest. What do we got? $4.47. Yeah, could you imagine? I did break down in that video why that's not going to happen. 20-cent Jasmine, Angelo, absolutely. Incoming, man. What do we got here? Tony, I listen to you every morning on the way to work. Have for over 2 years. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad I can make your commute entertaining. Absolutely, man. Nick Paul says, Wolf of Wall Street? Nah, Rob, you are the wolf of crypto. Awesome. Awesome. All right, let's keep going here. So, yeah, so the total 2 is breaking out here. Let's go have a look at the Russell. Russell's breaking out too, guys. So risk on is taking a move to the upside. You absolutely love to see that. Total 2 is up. The Russell is up. Bitcoin dominance is down. M2 is kind of going sideways. Things are looking fantastic, guys. Let's go look at gold. We haven't looked at, or silver. I mean, someone asked about silver. Let's look at silver and gold. What are they doing? Oh, look at silver go, baby. $38.47 per maple. You love to see it. Look at that perfect bull flag breakout, guys. Or bull pennant breakout. Look at this. Look at this. Perfect. This move's not done, man. This move's not done. If it goes through the full structured move, you could see silver up around $40, $40.33. Fantastic. Super fantastic. Go silver, go. What gold? Yeah, gold's kind of topped here, as you can see. It keeps bouncing, keeps rejecting off 3,400, but that's fine. Silver's moving. We'll take it, baby. We'll take it. Okay, let's get into some Squawk Box. Beef says, Rob, if we get a surprise rate cut from the Fed, crazy. Yeah, dude, that's going to be insane. Insane. Jared says, Rob, what I love most about finding your channel, Rob, is I've basically gotten an education in crypto for basically free. If you're not in the Patreon, it's because you're too damn stubborn. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Exactly, brother. And that's the goal. That's the mission here, right? Is to educate people, to teach people to be successful in the space. You know, that's why we don't take, you know, we don't let crypto projects, like I don't do sponsored videos from crypto projects and stuff like that, and because I'm here to teach people, right? But I do take sponsorships from none other than Decent. Yes, Decent biometric wallet, only because it's a self-custody wallet, not a crypto project. So get yourselves ones today, guys, by using our link down in the description. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. All right, let's get into some Squawk Box, shall we? We're running low on time. We're running low on time. All right, so the S&P will definitely reach 6,500 if the Fed cuts. Ooh, if the Fed cuts. Let's go.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. Dozens of companies set to report next week, including financial giants JP Morgan, BlackRock, and Bank of America. Investors will also hear from PepsiCo, Netflix, United Airlines, and many more. Joining us now with more on the market, Stephanie Gill, Chief Investment Officer at Robinhood. Stephanie, great to see you. We're just discussing price targets, which for a lot of strategists have been very trying, difficult this year.
For the S&P.
Right, for the S&P. 6,200 is where you are currently, although you were higher at the beginning of the year, and now you see that old price target as a possibility for this year, 65.
Yeah, I started at 65 when tariffs hit. I said, you know, GDP could come down and that could impact earnings. Usually 1% hit on GDP is about a 4% hit on earnings. We've seen earnings expectations come down. I said there was risk to 5,800, but I never went there. And now I think there's risk to 6,500. Obviously, we're over my target. So, I mean, with the pumping up of potential tariffs now, I'm just sort of waiting to see what happens.
Yeah,
And
you were never panicking.
I was never panicking.
Yeah,
I mean,
because we got down to well below.
I just also think like this was all driven by tariffs, but is driven by our president, who also I think cares about the economy and wants the economy to grow. So I just said like I think this is the opening bid, and wasn't sure we would end there.
But 65 is good for me. I think you.
Right. But, you don't think 66 is better for you, or
66
Yeah,
would be better for me. Why you
You're
go
gonna
65 when
ask,
you
you
go
might as well ask for it all.
66? When Delta hit yesterday, I thought that was deep. Like deep thinkers would have to, because Delta, it was still well below where they started the year for their forecast, but it was so much better than they thought a month or two ago. The stock got, the whole market got ignited from Delta.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out there traveling, you can see like the airports are not empty. The economy is still growing. People are still spending money. Booking Holdings, for example, is still making money. So I was surprised. I mean, I think Delta was just trying to reimagine their supply. Like, I think that's one thing they have pulled back on. I've noticed it from flying myself, but when you are managing your business, you can show better rewards. And if you're Delta and you see all that stuff coming out and there's so much uncertainty, you're like many companies, you're probably going to move your expectations down a bit more than they maybe should be.
What will you listen for out of earnings season? Because you're going to get much sort of more real-time data than some of the economic data in terms of the reads of the consumer and business spending.
You're really excited about earnings this time, aren't you, to see what's happening? I can tell.
I am, right? Like this is,
I can tell.
It's a pivotal part, I think, because price earnings ratios are 21, 22 times. But I do think like there's a lot of stuff in the hopper with the big, beautiful bill. I think it's really illuminated, like, we have fireflies all over the backyard now today. Like, I think it's really brought fireflies to certain parts of the economy. I think for bank earnings, like that's obviously coming up first. The comps for this quarter are kind of rough. I think some of them had really good quarters, year over year, but I still think we can look past that because I do think the financial sector and the banking sector should really benefit.
Despite the valuations on the money center, on the bigger banks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more bullish on the regionals than the
trade at
than the large
half in terms of price to book.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they'll just benefit more from deregulation. And if we do get some rate cuts this year, which I think we should, but obviously there are reasons why they haven't been cut yet, then I think you do get a steeper curve, and then that does help also.
Is that the strategy within sectors? Because within sectors, even we're seeing a broadening in the markets in general, but even within sectors, you're seeing a rotation starting between the more expensive ones to the less expensive. You're seeing that in banks. You're seeing that in semiconductors.
Yeah. I mean, we run Robinhood Strategies, and we've pivoted to GARP, growth at the right price. So we still have tech in the portfolios, but we also like industrials, but specifically aerospace and defense and mid caps, because they actually are pretty cheap. Like long-term average of mid caps is 19 times. It was 14.5. It's back to 16.
But not small, which are also catching a bit.
I'm not quite there yet. I feel like we just have to see what happens with short-term rates. They're more affected by, heightened short-term rates because 30% of their debt tends to be floating rate. So I want to see what happens. Mid caps to me is the ignored middle child.
6,500. Does it matter what the Fed does this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think if they cut, then you definitely get 6,500.
If they cut anything.
If they cut anything, I think, because then it just like reaffirms what the market has been hoping for. But I'm worried about the labor market. That's where I think the biggest risk is.
Can you imagine if they cut? If we get a surprise cut this month? Oh man, that's going to be legendary. Holy smokes. Now here's something that I talked about, guys. We're gonna finish with this. I've talked about this briefly before. European Union's SEC issues cryptocurrency warning. Guys, now listen, I talked about this, I think about a week and a half ago, right? I know that crypto adoption is huge right now in the West, like in the States and stuff like that, and everything's looking good. And that's fantastic, but we do lose perspective a little bit that crypto's still under attack in the EU, right? And a lot of people don't realize that, right? With Mika and all that kind of stuff. It's very difficult for retail investors over there still, right? And that's a big market too. So it's something we have to keep in our peripherals. The European Union, which frequently warns about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as risky, has issued a new warning. Europe's securities regulator has warned cryptocurrency companies not to mislead their customers, according to Reuters reports. The European Securities and Markets Authority, or the ESMA, has warned crypto platforms not to mislead customers about regulatory statuses and their products. The ESMA said some crypto assets service providers offer both regulated and unregulated products, but are putting retail investors at risk by failing to distinguish between these products. The ESMA emphasized that firms must clearly distinguish between products that fall within the scope of MiCA and those that do not. On this point, the ESMA said that having crypto asset service providers offer both regulated and unregulated products through the same platform causes risk for investors because customers may not be aware of which products are under MiCA protection. Well, to be honest with you, that's your fault, right? As an investor, if you're going to invest in something, it's your responsibility to do your due diligence to know what you're investing in, right? That's the long and short of it at the end of the day. Finally, the EMSA also said that cryptocurrency companies should not use their regulated products as a promotional tool to imply that their unregulated products are within the scope of MiCA. So as I said before, guys, I don't know what's happening over there. I don't know if their exchanges and stuff over there, their brokers are misleading their customers and stuff like that. I'm not sure. All I do know for sure is that while adoption is taking place in the U.S. and we're moving towards legal clarity and stuff like that and a legal framework, they're not there anywhere near there in the EU, right? Crypto is still very much under attack in the EU. So just something to keep in the back of your mind, you know. So yeah. Okay, let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. The textbook Wyckoff breakout looking good, guys, looking juicy. Love to zoom in on that. All right, so we're going to track this as the day goes on, guys. I will be live tonight at 8 o'clock on YouTube again, since everybody's showing up again. So yes, we will be live. But I got to get over to the Patreon, guys. I have a mentorship coaching call I got to get to. If you want to get in, guys, get your coaching. Make sure you are on point. You have your exit price points in place. You know how to take your profits. You know how to roll your profits into other things so you can compound your gains. Get over to the Patreon, guys. I also dropped 3 passive income opportunity videos on the Patreon. A lot of our members have been able to quit their 9-to-5s, guys, and just do crypto full time. If that's something that interests you, get over to the Patreon. We have a massive community, thousands of people, 8 different chat rooms. It's open mic Friday night, baby. We got to turn the microphone and the camera over to you, and you guys have a blast with it. So get over there, guys. Book yourself into our coaching calls, our daily altcoin picks, our microcap gems, and so much more. Thank you so much, everybody. Andy, Ramona, guys, all you guys, absolutely. I love you guys, man. I'll see you guys later tonight. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.